Hello, Aries Collective, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day out there. We've already got a card flying here, so we're going to take this. Time to breathe out will be your overall message for today. We'll go ahead and take that since that card wanted to fly right out. So, this will be your weekly reading for the week of February 16th through the 22nd. And during that time, we'll have a waning gibbous moon, really good time for self-reflection and rebirth, making positive changes. We'll then have the last quarter, which will move us into a waning crescent, which is really that time of surrender, rest, and healing. So keep those moon energies in mind as you're moving through your week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. These cards are flying out today. So we're going to take, what is going on? You know what? We're going to go ahead and take all of these because it's not typical. So something must be going on here for Aries to have all of these flyers just coming out. Can't even shuffle the deck today. They want to come out so badly. So, all right, Aries, take time to breathe out is your overall message. Your overall present energy right now is really looking towards the future. So yeah, something that's I even get the feeling of breathing out as I'm holding this card that there's been maybe something going on that's making you think, oh, it's time to look towards the future. Almost like a happy feeling that things are about to get better for you. So your current situation is Five of Swords. So this is our card through winning through deceit or maybe underhanded tactics. And I like to, because this is air energy, I like to think of these swords here as either thoughts or messaging. This could be something that you've said to somebody that's maybe caused some hurt feelings, or this could be you in the background too. Someone has said something, but I feel like whatever this little slight entanglement, it looks like with others, definitely has you looking towards the future. Like, I kind of get the feeling like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm done listening to this messaging, to maybe your way of thinking or what it for. Again, it's either you're speaking that or you're getting that feeling from someone else. It's kind of making you look towards the future. At the root of your situation is your ultimate happiness, which is where you're trying to move to. You're thinking whatever this situation is, it's not adding to this area, to your ultimate happiness. And that's what you want to do. You're, like I said, I get this feeling of like, I'm kind of done. I'm going to move towards the future. Whatever the situation, has been, I want to leave it behind and move on. What is in your recent past here is the Star card. So, this is that card of direction and guidance and moving. This is a card of hope. So, this is you being very optimistic and kind of moving into this situation and thinking, I like I said, I just get a really good feeling of you looking at the future this way. And I do feel like it is optimistic from your past and just your recent past, that you've got some optimism that, what, things can be better. And I want to go ahead and take the steps to make that happen. What is on your mind this week is kind of the hard work that you've put into something. And it could be these relationships here that it's like, you have to kind of think and reevaluate that, because these are about the seeds that you've planted. And maybe they're just not coming up in the way that you thought they would. There's maybe differences of opinions, things that are going on that just making things not as amicable as they could be. So, and you're thinking about that. You're thinking, wow, I put a lot of time and energy into, either this thing or this relationship to have it kind of, to have this negative messaging, but I'm kind of done and I'm ready to move on from it and get to a better place where I'm happy. What is just in front of you is, yeah, taking those swords and kind of running off with them, whether that's thoughts, again, or messaging, and you're going to leave some of this negativity behind. It could be that, again, looking towards the future and taking, your thoughts. Maybe these, You see these swords on the ground here. These are words that have been said. You can't really put the cat back in the bag. And I feel like you're getting away from that. And you know what? I'm going to take my better ideas and run towards this future. I'm going to run towards something that does make me a little happier. In your advice position is the Knight of Pentacles. So, this is one of our very slow and steady moving, very calm. I mean, you don't even see that this horse doesn't even look like he's ready to move yet. It's a very slow. And I see this as being, this movement towards the future and this thought towards the future. It's very slow, methodical. I mean, this could even mean that this is a roommate situation that you're kind of just done with, because it looks like there will be some action in your material world. This could be financial, but this could also just be your living situation that, words were exchanged and you're looking for a new place. Your advice is to go ahead and move forward in some material in a way in your material world. So again, this is maybe rethinking something in the financial realm or in your living situation. And the advice here is to, yeah, you're going to do that, but you're not moving real quick on it. You're kind of in those planning stages. This could just be all things that you're thinking about at this point. And again, you're going to breathe out. It's like the stress of it's over. And maybe because you've put it behind you and now you've just decided to go ahead and make those decisions for your future. You might not be making a move yet, but you're definitely kind of in that decision making phase. What is beyond your control is, of course, a new journey. So, yeah, I mean, that goes hand in hand with everything in this entire reading, that it's kind of time to let this go and move on from it. And you're about to start a new journey, and that's never a bad thing. What is your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid? So, Ace of Wands. So, this is, your Ace of Wands is definitely a big yes to whatever you have going on. And again, if you're kind of in thinking mode, there's some positivity there, that and the way that you're thinking is kind of, you're on the right track. And is it your secret desire to kind of have that, or are you trying to avoid this? And this could be also in the area of just a new passion. Is this new way of thinking here what you really, really want, or are you trying to avoid that? And it could just be something that has come in for you that's just making you, again, it's just kind of lighting a fire under you, and you're thinking, yeah, this is the way I want to move forward. I want to move forward in this new way of being, and I want to leave, this negative messaging behind. So only you can answer when the card is in that position. But are you trying to avoid being passionate about life, or is it your secret desire? So maybe take some time to think about that this week. In your outcome position is more of the same, kind of looking at the future. This is definitely, um, achieving this goal. And here we are back at Wands again, too. I feel like we've got every element here on the table being represented. We've got, so this kind of involves a little bit of everything. This is your emotions. This is keeping that balance and positivity of the star card. It's in the way you're speaking and communicating, but it's also in how you've been kind of, planting seeds to come to fruition, and how you're going to move on to plant new seeds with this new journey. So, you know, um, this is looking towards the future, and it can also just mean new ventures. This is sometimes our card of travel, where this one is just really merely kind of looking towards the future. Like, I've got the world in my hand, and where do I want to go with it? Do I want to stay here or move on? I definitely get the feeling that you're in moving on phase, and you're going to let some of this negativity kind of drop as you go, which is not a bad thing. What is being hidden from you this week is the King of Wands. So isn't that interesting with all of these wands here on the table? So we've got the 2 and the 3 and so 1, 2, 3, right? And the King of Wands, if it's hidden from you, our King of Wands would be, the full and complete knowledge and control of a thing, where your 1, 2, and 3 is kind of like you're taking those little baby steps towards it. Like, this thing has been introduced, and again, because of the position here, are you trying to avoid that, or is that your secret desire? But, the thing has been introduced that this is a better way to be. This is a more exciting and passionate, way to live. So this could be, again, if this is this is maybe a situation with friends where words were exchanged and you're going to move on and to different friendships where you feel like you can, really express yourself and you feel, excited to be a part of it. Again, this could be like a roommate situation. Words were exchanged. Are you going to move, move out from it, move away from each other and maybe move to a different place and where you're, there's a momentum there. So whatever template this happens to fit over for you, I mean, I feel like you're going to move into this area. It's the knowledge of all of it is not really available for you yet, but it's again, it's like those baby steps and you're going to be learning. You're going to learn which with each day gets a little bit better. You're going to breathe out. So very interesting here, Aries. Looks like, I think it's very positive to be moving forward in this way and to have, to have those ones show up where they're showing up in this reading and the full card too. That this is just a new journey for you. And that's always exciting, right? All right, final message here from the Soul Oracle deck for Aries. Have faith. Yeah, time to breathe out, have faith. And again, this is a big yes. And you do need to ask yourself, are you avoiding that big yes? These could just be questions that you're asking internally, like, is it time to move on? The answer is definitely yes. Are you trying to avoid that? And you just need to put the thought into it because it looks like, whether you like it or not, you're going to be off on a new journey. And to me, it has to do with letting this negativity go. It doesn't serve you anymore. So it's time to think about the future and move forward in a more positive way. So, Aries, I really appreciate your time here with me today. I hope there was something that you can take away in this reading and use. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below. That just helps me help you to get that sort of feedback. Also, I do post weekly readings, so come back next week. We'll see if this situation kind of carries on or if there's a totally new energy here for you. And if you enjoy my reading style, please like and subscribe. It really does help my channel. And of course, I would really appreciate that from you. So thank you so much, Aries. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.